multiple, there are 7 districts. That is why we've given each and every one
Yes, hello.
one
Good evening
area
po. Tayo
to
po
for the
ay
campaign.
na
With the help of
makikinig
World
ngayon
Child
sa
Cancer,
cancer awareness.
we designed and printed leaflet and posters.
Hanapin
We
natin
ended
yung
up distributing about 40,000 of leaflets and 5,000 of posters highlighting the symptom of cancer
camera.
in remote areas of Bangladesh.
Facing back. Yan.
In order to help the citizen of Bangladesh fully understand the childhood cancer, you can see that a television screen. We organized 2 television talk shows. You can see some of the picture in the screen, and we invited renowned oncologists and line leaders of the country, which includes our international director Kazi Akram also. We talked about the importance of early detection and diagnosis, as well as the most common symptom of cancer of the children. The talk show were very educative and informative, and it greatly benefited by the citizen of Bangladesh. We also ran a TV campaign, advertisement, the advertisement, the television with the scrolling, the scrolling in the ticker, and also we finally we created a helpline for the affected families to contact us. The Lions and Leaves were instrumental in conducting the outreaches of the rural areas. Once the suspected patient was identified, an initial checkup was conducted, and then the confirmed patient was transferred to designated hospital for treatment, which is really handled by the World Childhood Cancer. The Lions and Leaves volunteers help children from poor families with their transportation. Some even personally went to the bus station or rail station to receive them, because those are the uneducated people living in the rural areas, doesn't know how to come to Dhaka and get admitted to the hospital. So that is why our Lions and Leaves, they went to receive them personally in the bus station and the rail station. They also help with the post-treatment follow-up and supported families with the food and medicine wherever they have needed. And the cost relating to the medical case, arranging blood for the patient and other tests and everything was borne by the World Childhood Cancer and the Lions of Bangladesh. Friends, at present, we have 12 children are under treatment in various hospitals in Dhaka, Bangladesh. In the next slide, you will see here's an article was published on the website of World Childhood Cancer that highlighted the success of the campaign we made in Bangladesh. And also they have recognized the Lions for their contribution. There is a link in the bottom of the this here. I would appreciate if you go through it, you can see how the childhood WCC has recognized the activation of the Bangladesh Lions. Friends, we have prepared a short video capturing our journey from the campaign. You will notice in the video that a 4-year child was diagnosed with the cancer, who is currently undergoing treatment here in Dhaka. All costs relating to his treatment, including the chemotherapy, is borne by a local Lions Club here in Dhaka. Friends, let us watch the video now.
Not stopping at the world of service, Zaid, a child from Ghazipur, was diagnosed with cancer when he was just 4 years old. Lions Club of Dhaka Freedom brought him to Dhaka and took responsibility for all his treatment. In addition to his various treatments, he is now undergoing chemotherapy. We pray to the Almighty God that we can put a smile on the faces of these children by treating thousands of children like Zaid in the spirit of service.
Friends, I think this is just an example of our hard work. We and will continue to help the children as they represent our future. Every child deserves a fair chance at a healthy life, and the Lions of Bangladesh, will do everything it makes to make their life easy, and that is make their reality. I thank you once again for giving me the opportunity to share this story to all of you. And that's all from my side. Thank you very much for seeing and listening the success stories of childhood cancer of Bangladesh. If there are any question, I'll be delighted to answer.
Thank you so much, PDG Nazmul. The efforts of Lions in Bangladesh have been a great success. We now go to South Africa, where Lion Roshni Singh will share about partnerships with organizations to bring joy to children with cancer. Lion Roshni, are you able to speak?
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, fantastic. Excellent. So, hello, everyone. I am Niroshni Singh, Childhood Cancer Program Director from East Coast Lions Club, located in Durban, South Africa. I am so very grateful for this wonderful opportunity to share the success story from my Lions Club on this special International Childhood Cancer Day. Before I begin, I must say what an absolute privilege it is to listen to the previous speakers and the wonderful work being done, and I'm so delighted to be able to share this platform with all of you. Is there a party going on here? Was the comment made by one of the oncologists at Nkosi Albert Luthuli Children's Hospital, who popped into one of the interactive learning sessions we were conducting with the pediatric cancer patients. The energy, the fun, and the shared enjoyment was clearly evident. Hence the comment. So, what does go on in these sessions? Firstly, partnership and passion equals the party button. And that is the essence behind our success story. For the Childhood Cancer Lions pillar, East Coast Lions Club has formed an invaluable partnership with CHOP, a childhood cancer foundation, a non-profit organization that has been in existence from 1979. That's 45 years. And in this time, CHOP has managed to play an invaluable role in the lives of our children battling cancer and other hematological illnesses. The children and their families are supported in so many comprehensive ways, and some of these being CHOP houses, lodges spread around the country that offer full accommodation near treatment centers for children and their parents, all meals, transportation between hospitals and their homes, often in far-flung rural areas, psychosocial support, and interactive learning programs. We at East Coast Lions were inspired by CHOP's passion for the cause, encapsulated in their motto, keeping more than hope alive. To be able to do all they do, CHOP embarks on huge fundraising initiatives. Sadly, COVID has had a serious impact on these activities. East Coast Lions has offered food support over this very challenging period. We have also, in collaboration with other Lions clubs in the area, organized and financed CHOP's annual Christmas parties for the children. Hugely fun events. But the party that I want to discuss today is one that takes place every week, not just at Christmas. And that is the CHOP Interactive Learning Session. I lead a team of passionate Lions members. We call ourselves Team CHOP. And before we started the program, each of us received intensive training by CHOP's program director, one Intubeko Zama, all guided by the inspirational Aggie Governor, CHOP's regional head, and equipped with essential knowledge of how to work safely with the children. We conduct a 2-hour program every week in the playroom of the children's cancer ward. The program includes some form of carefully controlled physical activity, a learning session incorporating music, drama, and craft, story time, and free play. All
Low battery, please charge.
the protracted nature of the illness results in the children missing out on so much school, the learning as well as the interaction with their peers. And we find that these sessions fill that gap. As we walk into the ward, pulling along our trolleys of fun stuff, we are greeted by the children. Those who are able leave their beds and run to us with spontaneous hugs and their smiles and sometimes whoops of delight, than those confined to their beds, still attached to their dress. Having a teacher background helps, and I love preparing the weekly tasks, and whether it be learning about the solar system or the life cycle of the butterfly, all ages are able to grasp some aspect of the educational content and have great fun doing so. The programs have to be flexible, as you don't know the circumstances of the children each week and what limitations you have to work around. It requires much sensitivity and awareness. These sessions take place mainly in the playroom, but members of the team also work with children at their bedside, ensuring that all are engaged in the activities in some way. Sometimes we find that all a child needs is being read a quiet story at his or her bedside, or working on a puzzle with a team member. We have had so many moments where children, initially self-conscious, on crutches after a recent amputation or having a large visible tumor, hesitant to join in at first, but eventually, through warm encouragement from the team, end up joining in the fun. And these are hugely gratifying, very, very special moments. It is indeed very much like a held breath, a brief respite, a period where they can forget their pain and suffering and just be children, happy and unaffected, learning, playing, and having fun. And we are told this positive environment supports their recovery. I'm happy to say that the joy experienced is mutual. And the East Coast Lions CHOP team, made up of busy men and women, professionals and business people, all inspired to give off a few hours of a day in a busy work week to avail themselves for these sessions. It is time and commitment, more than money, that ensures the ongoing success of this program. It is fueled by passion and love, and it is not always easy, as it can get very emotional. My son, who by God's grace is now 27 years old, battled leukemia from age 6 and for many years thereafter. And I often see the same similar pain-filled expression that I used to see in his eyes, replicated in the eyes of one of the children we are working with. And that throws me sometimes, as it indeed affects all of our members. It is painful to see children suffer, but we dig deep and persevere because we know we are making a difference in their lives. We work as a closely knit, committed, caring team, and that has made all the difference. Sadly, COVID has meant that we are unable to physically continue with the sessions during this really awful time, and we miss the children so very much. But we continue to help by supplying ideas, craft materials, coloring books and games, and the lovely social worker, Juan Lorato, works with the children being able to as an essential services provider. We cannot wait for the sessions to resume. I'm at present engaging with CHOP to come up with innovative ways to conduct programs virtually. Access to funds is an issue, and we are keen to begin the process of application for LCI funding to help make this a reality. I serve on both the CHOP committee and the Lions, and this close interaction has made for a successful and a sustainable partnership. I cannot overemphasize the importance of these partnerships between Lions and cancer organizations, sharing a common goal, that of offering much needed support for our children, dealt sadly this cruel blow. Raising awareness of childhood cancer, educating the public about early warning signs to promote swift, life-saving action to seek medical help as soon as possible is going to be added to the portfolio of our Lions CHOP team moving forward. There will be a link at the end of this webinar to a heartwarming video created by CHOP. Please watch to appreciate the wonderful work being done. But now I invite you to enjoy a short snippet of a video taken at one of our lively sessions, our party. And thank you so very much for listening to me.
Oh, that's so cool. Look at that. Wow. Okay, now let's dance. Very cool.
Thank you so much, Lions Sang. It sounds like the children have a great time with your Lions Club. This is a great time for a short break to have a poll question. I will activate the poll question shortly, which will be, are you interested in organizing an entertainment event for children with cancer and their families? Thank you to those who participated. I will share the results now. Looks like 67% of our attendees said yes, 28% said maybe, and 5% are not interested at this time. LCI has recently developed a new service project planner to guide you through planning and implementing a childhood cancer entertainment event. If you indicated that you were interested or might be interested in implementing this type of event, please visit the LCI Childhood Cancer page to download the new planner. And now we travel to the US to hear from PDG Tony Holland, who received an LCIF grant to support St. Jude's Midwest affiliate in Peoria, Illinois. This project received LCIF grant support of just over $20,000. Welcome, PDG Holland.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Thank you all for the invitation to speak with you today. Back when I was learning my next steps as a Lion into the second Vice District Governor position, I was really trying to find a main cause that I could rally the clubs around. I recalled that LCI had announced that childhood cancer would be a global cause. The concept of helping the family, the nucleus of the community, in a time when they needed it the most, truly meant a lot to me. I come from a large family, and I had lost a friend to childhood cancer. My father lost a sibling. My wife's uncle passed decades before her birth. And it's a tragic circumstance that, thousands of families find themselves involved with all too often. But I came to the realization that there was a real reason to support childhood cancer. There are organizations, groups, and clubs that focus entirely on the care and well-being of the patient. This is very important, and they do serve a vital role in the care of those with cancer. But the question is, who's there to help the families that are staying inpatient, going to clinic visits, or living in a hospital room while their child undergoes treatment? Who's trying to make the visit just a little bit easier? That's where I felt District 1H Lions could come in. Originally, we were focused on toys and gift cards for the kids. Nothing real significant substance was discussed. It mattered, but it hadn't hit me. That's when I truly learned what childhood cancer could feel like as a father. My daughter Finley was a happy, healthy 8-month-old baby girl without a care in the world. She took a tumble one night. We ended up in the ER. After an x-ray to make sure there was no cranial damage, she's good, by the way, they found a large lump in her right cheek. A quick scan later, and my world came to a screeching halt. Now, the image you see here on the screen in the middle is the scan showing the lump that was found. And the next day, we were at St. Jude's Hospital in Peoria. After dozens of tests, scans, blood work, overnight stays, and medication therapy sessions, I realized that I could truly do something to help. Why did I want to help? Because cancer treatment is terrifyingly boring, it's long-term, and I had absolutely no interest in sitting back and doing nothing. But what could we do? What would we need to raise? Well, the goal was to raise $5,000 to get iPads and computers for parents and siblings. In the overnight stay that I had with my daughter, it was awful boring. I couldn't do any work, and my boredom really didn't help her heal at all. So the goal was to improve the education and recreation of the patients and families at the St. Jude's Midwest affiliate in Peoria. Around this time, a very dear friend, Dave Pearson, who was key to this project, found that there was a grant program, and he recommended I look into it. So we decided that we were going to aim for $10,000, and then we could apply for a matching grant. Well, after surpassing that fundraising goal, I said, we're making it to $20,000. And then we could get an even bigger matching grant. And we did. We surpassed every fundraising goal, and we are able to take care of everything on the wish list for the kids and families that were getting treatment. And once we put our minds to it, nothing was going to stand in the way. The outpatient clinic and inpatient clinic received iPads, gaming systems, laptops, sensory and wall activity boards, and educational dolls designed to help families and patients process this time and the circumstances that they're living in. These photos are from one of the visits when we delivered the blankets that were made through the Partner in Service project, spearheaded by my wife, Stacy Holland, and our dear friend, Lion Cheryl Russell. So where are we now? Delivery is in progress. My wife, Stacy, wanted to do something special for the kids, and the blankets were given out to every child in need. We made several trips to deliver products to the clinic, and Lion Dave Russell, another great friend here in 1H, has been working diligently to get the playhouse completed for the waiting room. It is a custom designed, custom built, fully sanitizable playhouse for children and accessible to wheelchairs, IV poles, and any other situation that a child may be facing. It's a crazy idea that I had, but it's truly taken shape, and we're excited to see it move forward. But the most important thing is that Finley is great. She's doing awesome. Her tumor responded great to medical treatment, and she was never officially diagnosed with cancer. But due to the type of tumor and